Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, today we're talking Guilty Gear Strive, and I want to talk about the phenomenon I see a lot on Twitter, and that's just when given any given situation, offensive or defensive or whatever in Guilty Gear Strive, someone will always reply with just 6p it, bro. 6p being forward and punch, the attack that has universally upper body invincibility, right? And that's a good idea a lot of the time, and it's also a very bad idea a lot of the time. So in this video, I just want to go over situations where this is something you actually want to do, and situations where it'll get you killed. So let's talk about it. So the basic thing of the 6p forward punch with the upper body invincibility is, for the most part, you're meant to use it just to, beat jumps. And it's pretty good at that, well, for the most part, depending on the jump, depending on the character, and we'll go over some more examples of that later on. But for the most part, yeah, as long as you're not incredibly slow on the ball, it is pretty good at beating jumps. But there's so much more. One of the things is, if you're in a matchup where you're at disadvantage in neutral, the other character simply has better buttons than you. For a lot of situations and a lot of buttons, the 6p is what will save your bacon. So say we have Potemkin here. Potemkin, he has stuff like, stand slash, stand heavy slash. For most of the cast, it's simply going to be longer than whatever you got to offer back, right? Because Potemkin has the range. So here we are, I'm getting clocked with this move, but at the same distance, I can't hit him. But he can hit me. And 6p helps change that, because once again, upper body invincibility. His punch here, his stand slash, will literally just go through me because I'm upper body invincible, so there's nothing of me to hit. And from there, hey, there you go. I can just counter poke him back. So it's certainly not something to whiff blindly, right? But in situations where you know the poke is coming, it's just as easy as a counter poke and then a strike back with a special cancel or whatever. Same thing here, Potemkin stand heavy slash, even longer range, even has a little bit of a disjointed hitbox as well, right? So very, very good. But still, much the same here, you are indeed allowed to counter poke it. That is just a property of the 6p. Now, with Potemkin as our base example, it's not going to save you from all of his longer range options. Like say a sweep. It's pretty long range for a sweep, as you can see here, right? And the thing about upper body invincibility is, it's not lower body invincibility. So if you try that, you're going to get the big boy counter, and Potemkin can get a lot off his sweep on counter hit, right? So once again, not be all end all, but just to give you an idea, when you're being outclassed in the neutral slash footsies war, it is a very powerful tool that'll keep you in the game. Keeping in mind what we just said for Potemkin, Ramlethal, right? Giant disjointed hitbox, but same deal here. Upper body invincibility means we get to go clean through it. Even if we can't outrange her, we can use our button to basically help out poker if we know it's coming. Doesn't matter if it's stand slash or stand heavy slash. Either way, if I know it's coming, there you go, clear as day, right? I couldn't hit her because she's so far away, but I can at least not get hit myself. Now, Ramlethal, I picked her as an example because, yeah, the neutral buttons, all that kind of stuff, that all works. But she's one of the cases where the whole just 6p it bro thing starts falling apart a bit, because her jump attacks are incredible. Now, jump slash is one of the most ignorant jumping normals in the game, but, you can just 6p it, bro, right? Even if it gets really deep into the animation, you still have the upper body invincibility, you're good. But jump heavy slash is where things change. Because the thing is, the move jump heavy slash hits all the way down. And hitting down means it goes past that upper body invincibility to your knees and your ankles where you can get hit. Then all of a sudden that 6p, it just got you counter hit. Because it bypasses the invincibility and still hits you where you are vulnerable. Now it's not to say you can't 6p the move, you just have to be so on the ball that it's like honestly not that real match practical. Like your reaction to the jump has to be truly just super tight. If you're like most people in the world and you wait a split second, you're going to get counter hit instead for trying to beat the jump. Now, keeping along with that vein of thought, let's switch back to Potemkin again. Yeah, we can beat a lot of his neutral ground to ground, and it's not quite a jump attack, but Mega Fist does come from the air. And I see a lot of people suggest to other people to use 6p to use Mega Fist. And as a Potemkin player, trust me, that is what I'm hoping you'll do, because While technically, if you're incredibly on the ball, yes, you can. If you know it's coming and you're watching for it, you can get it. But the reality of the situation is, if you hesitate for even a split second, it's counter hit time. And yes, Potemkin does get combos off the counter hit, right? And if he's willing to spend bar, a pretty sizable combo at that. As the Potemkin player, one of the things I'm looking forward to the most is you trying to challenge this move. Because I will win 9 times out of 10 if you do. The secret with this move is just block it. If Potemkin is very close and on top of you, then the block becomes a punish. And if he's farther away here and maybe you don't get a direct punish, he's still negative and he still lost his turn and you can pressure him with whatever you want to pressure him with, right? A lot of people let him, and I'm in this boat, I know, because a lot of people have let me do it. Let him get away with murder with this move, right? And they think, because they've been told, this is the answer, you know, 6P, universal anti-air, it's coming from the air, right? No, just block it, bro, and take your turn if he's far out, or take your punish if he's closer in. This is one of those situations, once again, where just 6P it, bro, will get you killed and cost you the match. Like Soul. Soul's another great example here of when it's good to and when it's not so good to 6P. Hey, you ever seen this move get spammed a lot? You probably have, right? And this move, especially at round start, is a Soul player favorite. And yes, at round start, you can totally 6P the move because it goes through your upper body, which is invincible. But now, say, going back to our neutral example here, Soul and forward slash. Now, forward slash, because Soul is Soul, actually reaches so low to the ground, it will hit you during your 6P when your upper body is invincible, yes, but your lower body, not so much. And it's going to lead to you getting blown the F up if you try to counterplay neutral against Soul with 6P. Because Soul doesn't play by the regular rules of the rest of the cast. Yeah, most of the casts, they do their big button. You can 6P it if you can't, you know, just play neutral back at him. But Soul, you can only hit him, basically, if you hit him right at the start of the move. Like, before it actually becomes active. Because it's not the fastest startup. But that precludes you're already sort of close to him. And at the range he wants to use it at, it is not gonna happen. Like, it's just one final example here. Say you're being pressured against Giovanna, right? Something like stand kick, yeah. You can totally just 6P through it. So if you know that kind of pressure is coming, you can deal with it with 6P and just make it go through you, maybe get a counter hit. But on the flip, if she does, say, stand slash, that first hit is very low to the ground, and that means that 6P is not going to happen no matter what. So while it's good in one situation where you're being pressured, it can get you beat up real bad in another situation where you're being pressured. And that's just really what I'm trying to hammer home here. So hit the lab, test out your scenarios. While it beats a lot of jumps, it doesn't beat all jumps. While it beats a lot of straight neutral and counter kind of moves, it doesn't beat them all. There's certain situations where it's great to use and certain situations where it's the worst possible thing because it's just a big old slow attack and the attack's going to hit you anyways, right? So just be critical about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that, my friends, is the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Guilty Gear.